Greetings Earthlings, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hello, my name is Raquel and this is Rex Art, and I am so excited for this video, Monster Bash. If you are not familiar with Monster Bash, originally the Monster Bash was the brainchild of myself, Miss Cass, Berserker Works, and Nerdcraft HQ. We decided that it would be really fun if we all drew monster body parts, turned them into cards, shuffled those cards, selected some cards, and made a monster with whatever we got. So it has been such a fun idea that we have done it twice now, and the cards are available for you to try if you want as well. So Monster Bash 3, extra exciting, I think. Personally, I think it's extra exciting. We've got a whole new group of amazing creators that I will link to below. You should check them out. We also have a new deck of cards with some really cool, spooky monster body parts. Here are the cards I pulled from the pile when we had our little meet and greet, meet cute. You might quickly notice that I didn't end up with a head this go around. And I don't know that that's a problem because creativity. Looking at these body parts, I did instantly kind of pick up on like a Beetlejuice vibe. I'm gonna fill in the gaps of like my missing head and neck region and kind of lean into a sandworm-esque design. Sandworms are really cool and perfect for this time of year. With that in mind, I drafted up this little concept sketch, and it's very fast and rough, but I really like it. The monster is gonna have a nice combination of scales and fur, and I think it's gonna be great. So let's go ahead and start digging through all my crafting supplies and see what we can find to make this monster. All right, so apart from that kind of slapdash concept sketch I showed you, this monster is going to manifest itself in the form of a sculpture. The sculpture is going to be mainly made out of polymer clay, specifically Super Sculpey, which is my favorite type of polymer clay. But I also want to KITBASH some elements because I have a lot of weird crafting things I've been hoarding. The first thing that brings a lot of inspiration to me is this dragon I recently got from the thrift store. Don't worry about him. He's already well into his later years in life. He's been through it all and he is ready to become something else. So we are gonna clip his wings, and I think we're gonna harvest these wings for the sculpture, and I'm really excited for that. I think they'll be great. They're not butterfly wings, but we'll make it work. Some other things I have in my pile of fun, these little plastic kind of like cogs, but I thought they would be really cool for the eyes. And in addition to that, I also have these glass eyes. They're a little bit bigger than maybe the scale should warrant, but they're so cool. And lastly, I also have a bunch of old mountain bike rotors I have been saving. I'm notoriously not very good about thinking out bases for my sculptures, so I thought this would be a perfect base. Yeah, and now let's go ahead and get off the floor, get on up, and go to the crafting table. Look how pink I look next to this grow light. Okay, so I'm gonna kick off the sculpt by creating an armature. For the armature, I am going to use foil and some armature wire, which is essentially just like really nice, pliable wire that's easy to work with. And I'm gonna take my time with this because if I create a good armature, it's going to save me a lot of time on the back end, and it's also gonna save me a lot of clay material, sculpting material, the more expensive, good stuff. Let's jump in and get this part done so we can get to the really fun sculpting parts. Let's go. I'm so stoked with how this armature turned out. It is just a creepy little foil possum that I am proud of and I spent all day on. Isn't that wonderful? I cannot wait to start adding clay to it tomorrow. A couple other things I'm keeping in mind as I am sculpting this out is, since I'm kind of kit bashing this and I'll be using some plastic pieces, I need to think about when I'm going to prime them for the painting process ahead of time. Don't worry, your girl is thinking things through. But I wanted to show you all, look how perfect these glass eyes fit in these little cogs. It looks just like the Monster Bash card and I am just very pleased with that. I love when things line up like that. I'm gonna grab some rest and I will see you tomorrow for the clay portion of our adventure. Yeah. Okay, a little update on the monster. The general shape is pretty much done and I'm super happy with it. I think it looks awesome. And I went ahead and I pre-baked some of the smaller pieces like the teeth and the claws, because if those are baked ahead of time with polymer clay, it makes your life a lot easier. I've said it before and I've said it again. That is a great tip. Write it down. Are you writing it down? But I do have a tiny confession. I was looking back at the cards that I pulled from our deck of monster body parts, and I realized I've been secretly cheating. I didn't even know. I haven't incorporated the finger card in any way to the sculpture, and I feel incredibly guilty about it, but I also feel incredibly salty about trying to add fingers onto this monster at this point. So the best option I came up with is I'm gonna take the end of the tail here when I go to add in details and transform it into a gross little monster thumbtail. That'll be cool, right? It might not be, but we're gonna do it, and I'm excited to add in the details, and yeah, let's do it. Let's get weird. Let's make a monster. am so stoked with how this looks now that it's all put together, but come with me real quick. I have a little secret I want to share. Okay, my secret isn't that much of a secret. I'm just exhausted, and anyone who knows me will tell you that little baby Raquel gets grumpy when she is tired. So I share this because I'm kind of in the last few moments of when I can work on this monster. The time crunch is real, but I'm sharing this with you all and taking this moment to whine to kind of reset my brain. I think that even though I am like a creative, artsy person, I also tend to be a perfectionist, and I am just trying to remind myself that I should be having fun with this. I have an idea of how I want the project to go, but sometimes you just gotta let go of those expectations and just have fun with it. Get weird, enjoy the process, because if you're not enjoying the process of creating, why are you even creating, right? Okay, self-pep talk over. Maybe it helped you too. Hopefully it helped you too, whoever you are. We have a ton of painting to do, and this monster is about to be transformed. So let's do it. We can do it, right? Yeah, all right, let's go. That was so fun, and I cannot wait to show you some detailed shots of my monster. I'm so stinking proud of how he turned out. He's so cool. But before I do that, I just wanted to kind of circle back to the expectations that I did end up having to kind of let go and adjust and change for this build. So first, I wasn't able to use these super cool bike rotors from the base. I just felt like I didn't have enough time to make a good base, and that was an easy part of the build to just abandon, especially because the monster can stand on his own. He's pretty stable. And the second thing, which I was kind of sad that I had to kind of rush, was the paint job. I was hoping to be more precise with like how I was painting, especially the wings. I was planning to make the wings look a little bit more like that butterfly card, but honestly, I'm still really stoked with how the paint job turned out because it kind of lends itself to the Tim Burton style that I was after. I've been listening to so much Beetlejuice the last couple days, and it just has really put me in the spirit of making a monster in that style. I love it. I want to make more things in a Tim Burton style. Should I do that? Tell me. Do you want to see more Tim Burton style creations? I'd love to do that, so let me know if you'd like to see that. You know what? I need to stop stalling because I need you all to see this thumb, this terrible, terrible thumb. You're going to hate it so much, and that brings a lot of joy to my heart. It's so gross, and you'll love it. All right, now go on. Take a look at the monster. monster as much as I do. It might be one of my favorite things I've ever made. I feel like I say that every video, but what are you gonna do? And as a little bonus to you, the viewer, and a thank you to the people who support me every single day, I wanted to show off some extra bonus monsters created by my patrons. Take a look at these awesome little creations. Aren't those so wonderful? I love them so much. And if you end up making a monster, be sure to use #MonsterBash and tag me or any of the other creators so we can take a look at it. I really appreciate you staying all the way to the end of this video, and I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. I hate the thumb. All right, bye! Tired from life. And, ooh, Jangy! You gonna be up here or what? Okay, you're up here. And you've got Batwing sweatshirt. Batwing sweatshirt. The bigger the sleeves, the closer to God, they say. No, that's not what they say. It's hair. Dolly Parton. I think that's Dolly Parton. Like I'm on a sedation.